Right here, out. Protect them out. We put the work in. Let's finish. Come on, man. Let's do this. Family, I'll do 1, 2, 3.
You see, we dream chase, because that's all we was given to start with. Then we realized the dream was obtainable. Now look at us.
What's going on, Eagles Nation and TMTP family? Welcome back to another episode here on the Main Thing Podcast Presents. It's your boy, Mr. Owens, and after further review, the call stands. I'm still official with no stripes.
What's going on, Eagles family? This is your man, Big Huss, the one you trust, bringing you all your Philadelphia Eagles latest. And y'all know why we're here. The Birds are 4-0, surviving a wild one down in Tampa, edging out the victory against the Buccaneers, 31-25 at Raymond James Stadium.
Big dog.
Let's get it.
She ain't want the puppy. She
Okay,
want
what a big dog. This is a heavyweight fight, big plays, big mistakes, and even bigger momentum swings. We saw a block punt for a touchdown, red zone dominance. Eagles continue to strive there. And then a near second half collapse, which you got to tighten up. But at the end of the night, or end of the day, I should say, the Eagles are unbeaten. One of two teams still unbeaten, still at the top of the NFC East, still at the top of the NFC. Yeah, I mean, franchise best 10-game winning streak. Okay, your boy. Yeah, you feel me? You feel me? So we got a lot to break down, quarter by quarter, drive by drive, highlight some players and who made some unforgettable plays. But before we jump into that, Mr. Owens wants to holler at you.
Oh, Big Huss, I'm loving the energy you bringing for this recap.
Okay.
I love it, big bro. Come through with that hypey out. You feel me? But as Big Huss said, I got to talk to our supporters and our family. Thank you so much to our loyal supporters. Y'all already know it's all love. Thank you for the continued support. None of this is able to happen without the support from y'all. To our new supporters, welcome to the community and our family. Let's continue to do our part as a community and a family. Continue to please like the videos. It helps with the visibility in the algorithm. Disrespect that comment section. Share and subscribe to the community and our content. And last but not least, you can't forget to do this because we're going to remind you. Make sure to turn on them noties, aka them notifications, and keep your ears and eyes peeled to the streets like your local neighborhood watch so you don't miss when me and Big Huss drop this pressure on y'all.
Hey, you don't want to miss it, ladies and gentlemen. You don't want to miss it. But so let's get into the meat, potatoes, everything. Starting with the first quarter, setting the tone. Cam Lotto, special teams player, breaks through, blocks a punt on 4th and 5. Sidney Brown scoops it up for a score. It was good to see special teams continue to do what the special teams has done over the past 2 games, and Sidney Brown contributing. You know what I mean? He's been looking to make plays, and as fans, we've been waiting for him to make plays. So it's good to see him. You know what I mean? Kind of show up on the stat sheet. So that's 3 block kicks now in the past 2 weeks. Michael Clay's unit, special teams unit, they've become on the play, man.
They have
setting up momentum early and setting the tone early. Later then Hurts scrambled on the 2nd and 2. Jalen Hurts rose to his right. There was nothing open. Processes everything real quick like QB1 does. Y'all know he's one of one. Then takes off for a 28-yarder up the sideline. Continue just to show some dominance and setting the tone. So come back later, down, diamond formation, cradle look from Nick Sirianni. It's a 1st and goal. Everybody's looking for something up the middle because they know 2nd and short, 3rd and short, 4th and short. Oh, it's tush push time. We said, slow down, ladies and gentlemen. Pump your brakes. We got a new wrinkle for this. Hurts finds Dallas Goedert for a 2-yard score.
We dream chase, because that's all we was given to start with.
I like to see the creativity. The variety in the offense keeps the DC guessing. Our red zone efficiency has been immaculate this year. And I want to continue to see us doing that. I mean, when you get down into the red zone, you got to walk away with points, man. You could never get down inside your 20 and not at least walk away with a field goal. So for us to continuously find touchdowns when we're getting down there, both big for this offense.
And us, I believe that we're 11 for 11 on the season now in the red zone. Like you said, it's major to capitalize down in the red zone when you get those type of opportunities. And then to add on to your first quarter, the defensive discipline, man. Keely Ringo, who we've been kind of hard on ever since the offseason. He did his job staying home on the outside, contained versus Bucky Irving, funneling him inside to his help, and Makuba came down from his safety position and cleaned it up.
Because that's all we was given to start with. Then we realized
that's where fundamentals matter and are key. Now, we had a huge sack on 3rd and 10 deep in our territory. Zach Bond, Billboard Bond, Bald Eagle Bond, whatever you want to call him. He did. He knifed through the defense for a sack on Baker Mayfield. That was another huge tone play. So now at the end of the first quarter, our Birds were up 14-3. And the stats for the first quarter, the Eagles converted 3 out of 4 on 3rd down, while Tampa was 1 for 5. So that is key for us to win on the money downs. You know, 3rd downs, you move the chains, keep the drives alive, sustain the drives and things like that. So it was major for our offense to start off right. Now, going to the second quarter, Big Huss, the Eagles, we built on our lead. It's finally good to see our kick returners filled the punts cleanly, because boy, oh boy, we remember back when we were playing the Rams, they were hitting them knuckleballs and everything like that. I know the baseball playoffs are on currently, but look, we not playing baseball, all right? But Tank Bigsby, who we got from the Jacksonville Jaguars, he had a 29-yard kickoff return that opened up the quarter. The special teams were rolling early, as Big Huss mentioned. Now, Devontae Smitty, the Slim Reaper, we know he is a bona fide #1 receiver. He had a tough catch. Now, Devontae Smith converted on another 3rd and 6, which is key, with a 20-yard crosser.
we dream chase, because that's all we was given to start with.
He took a huge hit.
He did.
Took a huge hit, but shows why he is Devontae Smith, the Slim Reaper, holding on to that ball. But the key there was QB1's pocket presence is shining here. He saw the pressure coming up the middle from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He stood in the pocket tall, got out, found a lane to the left, kept his eyes downfield, and threw a darty to Smitty. Now, the RPO, look, we put an RPO and added the shovel pass. That's Andy Reid at its finest.
That it is.
Come on now. You know Andy loves those shovel passes. He's been doing that obviously here in Philadelphia when he was with us. And then
with KC for the past several years with Travis Kelce.
Yes, to Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce eats on that play. I think, matter of fact, the Chiefs had scored on that play before on us, if I'm not mistaken, because
they might have last time we were in the link, if I'm not.
I believe so.
Yeah.
I believe so. Now, inside the 5-yard line, again, QB1 to Dallas Goedert. That looked like it was his favorite target on the day. He hit him with a shovel pass. As we said, that was another Andy Reid special, but that put the Birds up 21-3, and it was
Ooh.
already Dallas Goedert's second tie down on the game, because
For sure. And I like what I'm seeing from the offense. You could tell that they are adamant about Dallas Goedert being a part of this offense. Since game one, they're, I don't want to say force feeding him, but they're making sure that he gets his targets. And then understandably why, ladies and gentlemen, Dallas Goedert, he's a great football player. You can use him in a variety of ways. You know, we've seen him in some tush-push situations, the RPO, the shovel pass. I mean, they line him up wide, they line him up in line. Just his versatility as a tight end, I'm glad to see that we're taking advantage of it. He just has to continue to stay healthy.
yes,
Now, look, Jake Elliott, Jake the Make Baby.
he's back.
He's back, continues to be perfect. Field goals, kickoffs, it's all money, baby, right? He's guaranteed points, winning the field position battle quietly but crucially. And in football, field position is everything.
Yes.
So him stepping up big in these areas is a great benefit to this team. But the Bucs struggled in the red zone. Opposite of us, where we're perfect, the Bucs, they were not. Chase McLaughlin, he hit a monster 65-yard field goal, but Tampa's forced to settle again. And I ain't gonna lie, the bull booted that joint. When they walked him out there, I'm like, he ain't about to hit this, bro. Who he think he is? Jake Elliott or something like that? Who is this guy? He booted it, right? So now we're heading into halftime. The Eagles are up 24-6, showing complete dominance in all phases of the game. This was a straight belt to ass in the first quarter. I was not expecting this, but I loved every minute of it, right? Our halftime stats, Eagles had 201 yards of offense versus the Bucs 99 yards. Philly was perfect, 3 for 3 in the red zone, as we mentioned. I'm loving that when we're getting down there near the end zone, we are finding it with touchdowns. To end the half, we were, as Mr. Owen said earlier, 11 of 11 in the red zone on the season. Love it. Okay.
Love it.
So now we move on to the third quarter. I'm not gonna lie, this is where a little bit of chaos erupts. Shipley returns. It was good to see him out there. He returning kicks back healthy. He had a 28-yard kick return to start the half.
You see, we dream chase.
Later had a 39-yarder and I believe a 31-yarder as well. Special teams has continued to be a weapon, not only during this game, but so far during this season. You can say special teams has won us some games and kept us in a lot of games so far this season. But the Bucs strike back. Mayfield throws a bomb 77-yarder to Emeka Egbuka. It was a coverage bust by Makuba. He has to do better in spacing and tracking the ball. When you're playing safety and you're the deep man, they always say you got to be deeper than the deepest. Nobody gets behind you. Egbuka was able to get behind. It was
Andrew Makuba and Reed.
And Reed, they fall all over the place looking dumb. He catches it, runs it in for a touchdown, giving the Bucs some life. The Eagles will come back and answer. Heavy run drive, capped off by Saquon Barkley touchdown. Out of the tush push, we are showing different variations of the tush push.
I love it.
Which is great because then defenses can't just go all out like they did on this play, expecting the tush push up the middle. Give them a little wrinkle, slow them down a little bit. So I love to see that out of the offense. The creativity, putting us up now 31-13. Look, so the defense goes back on the field. I ain't gonna lie, the Bucs was driving. I'm looking like they about to score again. They found some life in this joint, right? But the defense creates a turnover. Our young stud, Jahad Campbell, forces a fumble. Keeley recovers.
You see, we dream chase, because that's all we was given to start with. Then we realized the dream was obtainable. Now look at us.
Each other. It's going crazy. The hustle, the awareness, the team defense. One man hold him up. The other guy punched the ball. you can tell that they continue to practice the peanut punch, because every time a ball carrier, runner, whatever it is, comes up and they're in the pop, those linebackers, safeties, D linemen, they are going for the rock. So I love how we're continuing to force turnovers, and we're being intentional about it, intentional about attacking the rock. You got to continue to do that if you want to be one of the best defenses in the league.
For sure, bro. And then to add on, I know he's not really in our notes, but Jalen Carter, one thing that I saw with Jalen Carter, every time he tracks a ball carrier down, Jalen Carter is trying to peanut punch that ball out. But to add on to your point, as you mentioned, the defense has made that a main focus to turnovers. Ever since Vic Fangio stepped into this building, that has been a priority for our defense to force and create turnovers. Now, the tush push variation again on 3rd and 1, because Sirianni or Kevin Patullo, I don't know, dialed up a new wrinkle on the quarterback sneak. That's something to add on to Big Hus. That is going to be something that gives DC's nightmares and fits. To add that onto the variation, you're going to be up all night trying to think about how to stop that tush push. When you can come and run the regular tush push, can hand it off, as you mentioned with Saquon Barkley, can do a pop pass, possibly out. It's a lot of options that you can do. It's good to see them add that into our playbook. But now, you said it earlier, Hus, you thought that the Bucs was going to score and do some things. I thought the same thing, big bro. Bucs were explosive again. This time it was a Bucky Irving 72-yard catch and run, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. Jihad, he just simply caught a mismatch. Back-to-back explosive plays had that crowd roaring in Tampa Bay. It's unfair for Jihad to have to hold up that long in coverage. Our defensive line did an amazing job all day getting pressure on Baker, just not getting home as much as we would like to see them get home. And we know from playing football our whole lives and playing in the back end, holding up for 7, 8, 9 seconds in the back end, that is a tall task for you to complete. But Jihad, he was running stride for stride with Bucky, and then Bucky kind of separated. And then next thing you know, Baker just threw a great ball. And that made the score 31-22. And now here comes the 4th quarter. We had to survive and advance to 4-0 because Jihad, though, y'all thought he was done? Is this your king? Man, Jihad said, look, bro, it's all about redemption season right now. He picked off Baker Mayfield in the red zone with 7 minutes and 59 seconds left. The D-line again got pressure and forced Baker off of his spot, made him uncomfortable and off balance. And guess what? Try to throw it on a run. I see Reed coming down, trying to throw his hands up, getting the passing lanes and things like that. Jihad was like, hold on. Oh, Christmas came early. Don't mind if I do get this interception. You see what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and get that real quick. Go ahead and get it for the first interception of his career. Major play by him. And then look, Hus, the Bucs chipped away. McCaughlin, the kicker, he added some more points. Kevon Merriweather, he forced the safety. Suddenly, it's a 1-score game. And we're sitting here like, oh, my gosh. I know we just did this to the Rams a week before. It ain't no way that this can happen to us. It's no way.
And that's exactly how I was over here thinking. I'm like, we are not about to get done to us what we just did to the Rams a week ago.
Come on now.
There is no way, right? But we survive. We find a way to survive and pull it out. Moro Jomo comes up with a huge sack on a 2nd and 12.
You see? We dream change.
Gets huge pressure up the middle. Baker goes down. Role players stepping up late. But we've been saying this about Moro Jomo since training camp, OTAs. He's a force. And my man legit makes a play or two every game. And this was a crucial one in a crucial moment. Then later you had Perry Nickerson, who a lot of folks were like, who's Perry Nickerson? He's been on our roster. One of the had to tap into some cornerback depth here, but he gets a huge stop on a 4th and 10 with 1:03 left. He gets a knockdown, gets up, makes a game-saving tackle. Hey, heart. This team does not give up. We don't care how bad it looks. We are going to fight till that clock reads 0-0-0, and we continue to do that. So the final score ended up being 31-25. Eagles edging out the victory. First half, complete dominance. Second half, there were some woes. We really got stagnant, especially on the offensive side of the ball. But at the end of the day, a dub's a dub, baby. Okay. So let's talk about some stats. You know what I mean? Some little analytics. Third down efficiency for the Eagles. We were 6 of 13, 46%. The Bucs were 5 of 14 at 36%. 6 of 13 at 46%. It's okay, but we need that to be up. Mm-hmm. We need that to be up well over 50, well over 60. If you can sustain drives, as Mr. Owen said earlier in the video, that's how you win games. If you're constantly getting threading out, how you gonna score if your offense is on the sideline and your defense is getting gassed? Because we've been playing the whole game because the offense can't get their head out their ass. So let's do better on third downs, especially in those third and shorts, and try to stay out of those third and longs. That's usually when we don't convert, where we're well behind the sticks, right? Fourth down, Eagles was 1. We were 1 for 1. We do what we do. The Bucs were 0 for 2. When we got to have it, we got it. Now the penalty yards, yes, less than it has been in the previous 3 games or so, but still a little bit too much. Got to tighten up on the mental aspect of the game, staying disciplined at all times. Eagles had 62 penalty yards. Tampa had 42. As I said, discipline. If you're talking about trying to win a Super Bowl, I don't need you locked in for 30 minutes of the game. I need you locked in for all 60 minutes.
Yes.
On your P's and Q's, making sure you're dotting your I's and crossing your T's. You're doing your 111. That's how you win Super Bowls. Not going at things kind of half-ass and being lackadaisical. Be intentional, right? Now, yards per play, Eagles were 5.4 to the Bucs 6.8. 5.4 is great. 6.8 is terrible. Terrible. We got to cut that shit down in half, right? But at the end of the day, what it really was, the explosive plays, man, they saved Tampa. They're a gritty team. They're going to fight as well. But consistency saved Philly. Vic Fangio's defense is predicated on not giving up the explosive play, and we do a really fine job of that. Kind of had some lapses in this game. That's really what gave the Bucs the momentum and the energy, and just to fight for a comeback. Limit the explosive plays. You can't win giving up big plays, but that's something that I believe will get corrected as time goes on.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Vic Fangio ain't about to let that continue to fester and things like that, bro. Vic Fangio about to have that thing corrected.
Straight up. Stat.
Right now. Now, some standout players, because was QB1. Obviously, he had multiple touchdown passes to Dallas Goedert. Yes, he had a 28-yard scramble, as you mentioned earlier in the video. And I like the fact that he controlled the tempo of this game. Now, it was day and night, because in the second half, as we mentioned in this video, QB1 did struggle. He was 0 for 8 down the stretch, but came through when needed. And real quick, because I just want to address the elephant in the room. Everybody's thinking that Arthur Wanke is upset at QB1 and things like that. But we all got to remember the type of player that Arthur Wanke is, what he brings to this offense, what he brings to this team and this franchise. He is arguably a top 5 receiver. All right. It's no denying that. And at first I wasn't really realizing his frustration, but then I started sitting there and thinking back when we played football and ball, because when you're a great player, you want to make plays, you want to help the team any way possible. And the fact that the concepts and the schemes for Arthur Wanke are not there, and Kevin Patullo can't scheme his best receiver open, is an issue. Real quick, because this kind of the offense right now, when it gets stuck in neutral, kind of reminds me of 2023. Where in the first quarter we didn't score, right? And it's kind of similar in an eerie way, because when you think about it, we had Brian Johnson as an offensive coordinator. He ended up getting fired after the season. We go to 2024, we get Kellen Moore. The first 4 weeks, it was hit or miss. But we also remember that we were injured during those first 4 weeks as well. And then Kellen Moore turned it on, right? But then now, again, coming into 2025, we've only played legitimately one full quarter of football. We played, not one full quarter, one full game. I'm sorry, y'all. One full game. We played the second half of the Rams, the first half of the Bucs. To wrap this up, because the common denominator in this is Kevin Patullo. The fact that we have a Super Bowl quarterback, a Super Bowl winning MVP quarterback in 2022, went to the Super Bowl. 2023, we won the 10 games and fell off a cliff. 2024, go to the Super Bowl. Nobody ever had an issue with QB1. And when you allow him to let the ball rip and get it loose, we move the ball. It's Kevin Patullo playing conservatively and playing not to lose. That is the issue at hand. That is the issue at hand. So I fully understand Arthur Wanke's frustration, and we have to do a better job on the offensive side of the ball getting this moving, because the parts and pieces that we have on that side of the ball, it's no excuse why our quarterback that is a Super Bowl winning MVP should go 0 for 8 in the second half. And then on top of that, when you continue looking at the schemes that we're running and the concepts, slants, go balls, you're not being creative with anything.
Too basic.
Exactly. Too vanilla. You see what I'm saying? But I can go on and on about that, because, but I just wanted to interject that real quick. But back to the standout players, Dallas Goedert, he had 3 tight owls. He is always a chain mover. When in doubt, QB1 finds his safety net in Dallas Goedert, and he is a red zone mismatch for anyone, any time of day. Say 2K, we love his physicality, versatility, and he scores when called upon. We know that he hasn't had the season as of yet that he would like to have, but I'm pretty sure that we will get that ground game going. Now, special teams, again, to cover that, Cameron Latu with the block, the Sidney scoop and score, Will Shipley and Tank Bigsby returns. It was a mixed bag with punt coverage, because Cameron Johnson on the Bucs continue getting huge gains. I know he had a 40-yard gain, something like that. Luckily, it was a flag, so it was called back. And then he had another 20-yard gain that he almost bust up their left sideline. But we have to get that in check. But I'm pretty sure that Michael Clay will get that situated. But overall, special teams were the game changers. And finally, defense. Jahad Campbell's interception, Zach Bond's sack, Moro Jomo's clutch play, and Perry Nickerson's resilience all mattered when we need to have those plays.
Absolutely. And like you said, it's more so, as you alluded to earlier, we have great moments, we have bad moments. Mm-hmm. Let's put it together and get a full game out of this in all 3 phases. And really show what we can do. We're winning, but it's sloppy right now. Oh. You know what I mean? And you could say it started off like this last year. And I know it's going to take some time for everybody to kind of get on the same page. We'll have some growing pains, but we have to find it. As Moro Jomo said, it's better to learn when you're from a win than from a loss. I totally get it, but we have to learn and continue to make progress each and every week in all phases. Now, some turning points in the game, as we said, the block punt for a touchdown set the tone early. It was crazy. I was like, it's gonna be one of these days, okay? The red zone perfection I love to see it. 3 for 3 versus Tampa is 1 for 4. We spoke on Petula. Typically with OCs, they're typically better between the 20s, right? You can move the ball up and down the field, and you get into the red zone, and you seem to struggle. Petula seems to be the opposite way. He gets into the red zone, he's all creative. He has a million plays, right? But between the 20s, my man seems to struggle. Hopefully we can start getting some creativity there, as we talked about, and really get this offense going. There's too many weapons for us to have a stagnant half of football. Not granted, the Bucs are a good team, but we're different, right? Philly's different. So getting shut out in the half is never good. So let's continue to build on that. Chad Campbell, this guy, man, he's a stud, y'all. He's a star. Late interception, forced fumble. He's continuing to make plays and show up every week. Got to continue to see what the sky is for him, what the limit is for him, because it's up. It's all the way up for the bull. Perry Nickerson, although not getting a lot of snaps, stayed dialed into the game, man. Clutch 4th down stop. You would think, and it was the right move by Baker Mayfield, you know what I mean? Back up CB. Man, this dude ain't played all game. Let's attack him. But my man hit him with the Matumbo. No. Okay. I'm locked in. Okay. All the way locked in. Clutch 4th down stops. Just a couple key turning points in the game. It was good seeing it from all phases, right? But let's put it together and really show how dominant we could be. Look, end of the day, Eagles are 4-0, 10 straight wins. I believe they won 20 of their last 21 games.
Correct.
There's only a couple quarterbacks that have done that, that being Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady twice, and our very own Jalen Hurts. Okay, rare elite company. He continues to do what he does. At the end of the day, he wins. Nick Sirianni, joins the coach royalty with another hot start. He's the first coach in our era to start, I believe it's either 4-0 or 5-0 in 5 seasons.
4-0.
4-0 in 5 seasons. So he's an elite company by himself. Okay, showing why he's one of those ones. Look, it wasn't perfect. Second half offense disappeared. Production broke down from time to time. Lane Johnson, like other Eagles, are continuing to battle through injuries. And the passing game still lacks that rhythm. As you spoke on with A.J. Brown, his frustrations and things of that nature. I believe it's a little bit of growing pains there. This is Petula's first time being an OC. But if the Eagles weren't confident in him getting the job done, they wouldn't have handed him the keys. We're sitting here with a Lamborghini. Jeffrey Lurie's looking at Petula like, hey, big, do you know how to drive this beast? Can you handle this? He's
Do you have a driver's license?
Yeah, right. Can you handle it? He says yes, hands him the keys. So right now, we're just going through some growing pains. Hopefully, in a few weeks, mid-season, week 7, 8, whatever it is, this offense starts to look completely different. Saquon starts getting off. The passing game finds some rhythm. We can really get it going, man.
And it's funny, Big Huss, that you mentioned the passing game. I just want to add on to that real quick. So with our passing game struggles and everything going on in the 2025 season, it's ironic that QB1 is the only quarterback out of 32 starting quarterbacks with at least five passing touchdowns and no interceptions. That is mind-blowing to me, especially with the passing concepts and the schemes that we have going on, that QB1 is able to do that, but he defies the odds. So you won't put nothing past him.
No, for sure. He's 1-1 to find every time they doubt him, he proves them wrong. He's going to do that. So, matter of fact, please keep doubting him. I want you to doubt him. Okay? It makes him a better quarterback. But at the same time, special teams delivered. Goedert reemerged as a red zone weapon, which we all know he would be. The defense proved yet again it can create turnovers in big moments. This is very much a bend but don't break defense. When they need the play, somehow, some way, they make that play, right? Bottom line, champions survive games like this, whether it's ugly, wild, stressful, whatever it is. We found a way to win. This goes down as another W for Philadelphia. We are 4-0 again, ladies and gentlemen.
Man.
One of two teams is us and the Bills, who are still undefeated right now. Let's keep this momentum going. That's all I have to say on that. I love to win.
Come on now. Hey, and like you said, we love to win. The Eagles stay unbeaten. And look, the road to the NFC still runs through Philly. Shout out to CJ Gardner-Johnson. Even though you're not here, you said it best. This goes through Philly. All
Absolutely.
right. But again, what's it called? To our loyal supporters, Big Huss, you already know it's always love with them. This does not happen without the support from y'all. And to our new supporters, welcome to the community and our family. Let's continue to be responsible, and let's continue to help the community and the family. Continue to please like the videos. It helps with the visibility in the algorithm. Disrespect that comment section. Share and subscribe to the community and our content. And last but not least, don't forget to turn on the notification bells, also known as the Liberty Bell looking thingy, so you don't miss when Swoop comes out with the Eagles news and updates.
You already know, man. We got pressure for days over here. So make sure that you're looking out. We're gonna have a Broncos preview. We have some end of the week and midweek videos just discussing things that have been going on with the Eagles during the week leading up to this game. So stay on the lookout for that. We got y'all. There's a lot more pressure to come. You feel me? Hey, continue to support the channel. Continue to support your birds. Hope everyone's having an amazing week. Or why would you not? You're a winner. You're a winner. Why would you not be having an amazing week? You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, hey, I go by Big Husk.
And I go by Mr. Owns.
And this is the Main Thing podcast, where we keep the main thing the main thing. Y'all know what it is, man. It's flag will slide till we die. We love y'all. Mwah. Till next time, stay blessed. Yes, sir.
It was I was gonna make a lot of money doing what I wanted to do. I went after it, and it was a struggle to achieve it. But you know what? I caught that bitch. Dream chasing.